some of the main points that we throw out there on an SC2400 is the price, number one, the warranty. There's not a subcompact out there that has the same warranty that the 2400 tractor does. Another feature is the ease of the hydrostatic transmission. The belly mount mower, the option on the belly mount mower, price-wise with anything, they've still got the best price of all. And then the last feature, I guess, probably is that Yanmar engine, which it speaks for itself, but that Yanmar engine sometimes will sell it just because it's got that engine in it. EX 2900 and 3200, basically the same tractor, 3 horsepower difference. Some of the features that we throw out on them is the front axles. On the MFDs, they're a solid unit. Kubota and Deere are split MFDs. And that's one of the main things we throw out there. The HST transmission is a heavier duty built transmission than Kubota and Deere have got. That's the two main things we throw out there on those tractors. The EX450, one of the main features about that tractor, 4-cylinder diesel engine. Shuttle transmission, the ease of the shuttle transmission versus Mahindra's got a tractor like it, but does not have that synchro shuttle. That tractor is actually built for John Deere as well, but John Deere does not have the features like the shuttle shift it's got. It's got the same way on its MFD on the front axles. It's the solid units instead of the split units on the 450s. Price competitive? Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of times trying to educate a new customer is the most difficult. Weekend farmers, weekend warriors. They're the hardest ones to try to educate on a tractor. So you have to spend a little more time with them, and they will ask you about everything on that tractor, so you have to be prepared. Going out and trying to explain the difference between Yanmar and Deere or Kubota gets harder because, once again, we've stated this before, that they're big names, so it takes a lot more convincing to move our product than they have a little more ease on moving theirs. Customers that are really inquisitive about the tractors, they're researching a lot with Consumer Reports, and a lot of times they have their homework when they come in, asking questions about the tractors, and you've got to be on your toes to be able to answer all that they're asking. But just take the time with them and try to explain it. Know your product. Know your product, and you'll usually come out selling one. Having attachments in inventory or attached to your equipment sometimes will help you sell the product. Always have to have them. People want to see it either hooked to the tractor or they want to see it out in your yard. So yes, you do have to have a nice inventory of attachments. When we're talking about attachments on the Cub Cadet Yanmar tractors, let's take, for example, the front end loaders. The front end loaders have a more powerful lift on the boom, more powerful lift at the bucket pins. They have a better aerodynamic so you can see the bucket, you can see the ground a lot easier. Price competitive. I'm going to say probably just one or two of the aftermarkets can really price against them, but the way they're built, the metal in them, the thickness, the gauge steel, nobody can compare the front end loaders. Go with the belly mowers for your SC2400s and now the new 3100 that's come out. Thicker gauge steel than anybody makes that could even put under the Yanmar tractor. heavy cast iron spindles, thick, good gauge blades. So I wouldn't even think about putting any other mower under these, other than a Cub Cadet Yanmar. Backhoes. You look at your backhoes, and what you want to look at is the way they're mounted. Cub Cadet, Yanmar mounts stabilized. It's not swinging off your three-point lift arms where it's swaying you back and forth. It's a fixed backhoe. All your aftermarket companies that try to put them on your tractors, they're going to swing, and they're going to wear, and they're going to slam your fenders. So the quality of the backhoe, the way it's built, the way it's got the aerodynamic, the digging depth, nobody digs deeper than what Cub Cadet Yanmar makes. So Yanmar would be the only product for me to put on any of those tractors. Now let's go with three-point hitch stuff. Box blades, landscape rakes, rear blades. Yanmar is a little pricier than some of the other products that I sell out there. But if you look, they're not apples to apples. They've got thicker walled steel. Their spikes, like on your box blade, are a thicker steel. The blade tip is a lot thicker. They're a heavier duty machine, but sometimes people kind of shy away from the three-point hitch stuff because of the price. It's a little pricier, so I sometimes have to accommodate them and put a little aftermarket, little lighter unit on the machines. We have a map price that is set by Cub Cadet Yanmar. Let's say we are competing against another major brand. Do we go under that line? Absolutely. To get the sale, I will go below that line. Cost method, what I look at is I take the bottom dollar, what that unit cost me, and I multiply it by 110, which would give you a 10% markup. 7 to 12% has always been our method to try to make 7 to 12%. So we try to cut it in the middle, say, hey, if we can make 10%, that'll keep the light bills paid, people working, so we're happy. What's the good thing about Cub Cadet Yanmar is they give us DSAs, dealer sales allowance. They give us DSIs, dealer sales incentives. They're behind us. Get this product sold. We're going to kick back to you in the backside of this thing, but let's get that product out there.